Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I decided to make some chocolate glazed donuts, and these were my ingredients: salt, chocolate, baking flour, yeast, and sugar, and cooking oil. Yeah, that is cooking oil, the liquid one. So I began by measuring this yeast. I only needed 2 teaspoons of the yeast. Yeah, and I added some warm water in the yeast. So this was my warm water. I was adding it, so I added it so that it could help the flour to double in size. So this is my yeast. And then now I measured my flour. This was my flour. I needed 2 cups of flour, and the other one was for doing dusting while I'm kneading the flour. So this was me measuring the cups. This cup is approximately 250 grams. Then I also needed some salt, so I needed half of this teaspoon of the salt, and so I added this was my salt, and I added it into the already measured flour. So after that I took my yeast and added the liquid inside the flour, and also I measured my sugar. My sugar was 4 tablespoons, and I also added inside the mixture of the flour. And then again I also add my water. It's not necessarily use warm water. This was just cold water. It was 1 cup of water, clean water. And then lastly but not least, I add my oil. This was half cup of the liquid one. Then now I was done with mixing my ingredients, and now it was time for kneading flour. So this was me mixing it first with this tablespoon. Yeah, so I used this tablespoon to mix the flour, and then the dough was ready, and I covered it with this clean cloth. Yeah, you should ensure that it is soft. Then I covered it for some time, and then later so here I started preheating the cooking oil. So this was me heating the cooking oil so that it could have the right temperatures for frying the donuts. And then here I add my baking sheet for placing the shapes that I was to cut from the already made dough. So I lined it on the table, and here I was now dusting the table so that I can roll out the dough on the table. So this is my dough. It is ready. It has doubled inside, and so it was ready. So I rolled it out to a certain thickness, and now it was ready for cutting out the shapes. So the dough is ready. Now I used this cup to cut out the sizes of the donuts that I wanted. So this was me pressing the cups on the already rolled out floor. It could give me the shapes that I wanted. So I wanted this one. Then I want them to have a hole at the center, and so I used this plastic bottle to make those shapes. So this one normally makes it easier. So you can see how I put the hole that I needed at the center of the donut. So this was my shape. Then finally my shapes were ready, and then now I placed them on the baking sheets, and here I began frying them in the hot oil. So this was my donut, the first one. So I began frying them in the oil, and this is how they looked like. You are supposed to fry it until it is golden. It has a golden color. So this was my color, as you can see here in the sufuria. I used a heavy thick sufuria. That one is normally good for frying. So this was my shape, and finally my donuts were ready. So they are here. I decided to put them on this plastic basin so that they can cool. And now I started preparing my chocolate as the donuts were cooling. So this was me cutting the chocolate into small pieces on this chopping board. So I cut the chocolate into small pieces so that it melt fast. So you can see the sizes that I'm doing, and my sizes were finally ready. So the sizes that I was to melt. Took a plastic tin and I put the chocolate inside, all of them, and now they were ready for melting. So I had already boiled water. So this was boiling water, and I put the chocolate inside this boiling water. So the chocolate was now melting, and finally it is here. It is very ready. You can see it is in a very liquid form. So I took a small plate that could help me to smear the chocolate on the donuts. So this one was good for me. Now I began dipping the chocolate halfway in the melted chocolate. So dipping them, finally they have a very good look. And after dipping them, I returned them to the baking sheet for them to cool. So this is the baking sheet. So I decided to put them there and give them some time so that they can. So this was me dipping the other ones inside the chocolate, and you should do it first so that the chocolate doesn't start to become solid. So this was the donut, and another one was here. I decided to put them in the chocolate. If you see them not having the same, not spreading well, you can press the donuts inside. So this is the look of the donuts. And finally the donuts were here. Look very nice, they look very yummy and very delicious. So this was the final product of donut chocolate glazed